We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm and Knoxville Wholesale Furniture.
Well, here in East Tennessee, it's tradition for history to be kept alive through stories around the fire.
In today's digital world, one man is bringing those stories back to life. Here's Ava Rowland.
Stories told around the fire kept East Tennessee history alive for generations.
After supper every night, you know, all us kids would just gather around my father's recliner and sit on the floor and listen to him tell stories of growing up.
Now, people are finding new ways to keep history alive.
Today, with social media and devices and screens and things like that, you know, it's becoming a lost art. And so a few years ago, I just started putting the stories on YouTube.
Dr. J.D. Phillips grew up in Roane County, hearing stories passed on from his grandmother.
My grandmother was a master storyteller. We called her Granny Tollett.
His videos aim to replicate the feeling of his childhood, days spent sitting and chatting with family.
I try to tell stories like I'm sitting on the front porch, you know, and maybe we're shelling beans or purple hull peas or whatever, because that's what it was for me when I was a child.
His YouTube channel, The Appalachian Storyteller, is where he tells tales of notable Appalachians who might not be mentioned in typical history books.
You only hear about kings and queens and generals and presidents, you know, and all that's important. But my educational background taught me that there's so much more that's not taught in schools that's just as valuable. And that's kind of how the Appalachian Storyteller was born.
Every Saturday, his stories reach an audience of over 1 million people who are all eager to hear the history lesson of the week.
For the incredible true story of Panther Jim.
Some fans ask for his help uncovering the forgotten history of their own family members.
Could you please tell this story about my grandfather? Or could you tell this story, you know, about this soldier who's fought at the Battle of Kings Mountain and nobody's ever heard of them?
Dr. Phillips said it's those stories that inspire him and fuel his passion for keeping history alive.
These are real people who had real lives and are really the backbone of, you know, how America became what it is, and particularly here in Southern Appalachia. These are the people, the foundation of who we are today.
Ava Rowland, WVLT News.